Hello everyone, welcome to Musicians Edition. I am Evan on the guitar. In this video, we're gonna go into playing along on the top string, playing a few of the notes on here to be able to string together some riffs and melodies with it. And so previously, my videos were going into some more of the fun stuff, easily accessible stuff for those beginners, reading tabs so you can start to learn songs, playing out some of the common chords with the cage system. And so that is the really nice, easily accessible stuff that a beginner can use to start to play and sound pretty good, a bit above their playing level. And so now we're getting into more of the nitty-gritty stuff. We're gonna just be playing along on the strings. It's not gonna sound as nice and pretty, starting off especially, but as we get better and better at it, progress more and more through these videos, it will be a really great skill for all of us to have. Playing out riffs and melodies on one string, going all the way down to the low E, and working on combining the different strings to create some really nice riffs. So in this video, we're just focusing on some basics with the top string, that high E string, and we're just gonna focus on 3 notes. Open E, 1 fret F, 3 fret G. Okay? So I did put up a previous video breaking down the strings, breaking down the note names that we have on the guitar. I really do recommend you check that out as a prerequisite before jumping into this one with me and the next series here playing on the strings. So obviously we have 6 strings on the guitar. We have E, A, D, G, B, E. Elephants and donkeys got big ears as an acronym to help you remember that one. We are focusing on just the high E. Okay, so specifically E, F, G, but just so you understand the rest of the notes on here, I will go ahead and show them up here. So you can see it in sheet music and tab form here for you, so you can follow along with both. Going all the way up, we'll go from open all the way up to those double dots on your guitar. So if we play openly, we get an E. First fret gets us an F. And we're gonna only stick to the common natural forms of these notes, so we're gonna skip sharps and flats for this video. I did break them down in my strings video if you do wanna understand a bit more about those, but we'll just stick with the most common ones, which is just gonna be the natural notes of E, F, G, and so on. So 3rd fret for that G, 5th fret for A, we go 7th fret for B, 8th fret for C, 10th for D, and 12th fret brings us right back to E. And that should be right on the double dots. That's the 12th fret on your guitar. And what that 12th fret symbolizes, why it has those double dots versus just that single one, is because that one's especially important because that is an octave up on the guitar. So we started at E, playing open. We also have E playing on those double dots. And that's called an octave up because we're playing the same note name, it's just a higher version of it. So if we did look at the rest of these notes on that double dot, what we'd get is E, A, D, G, B, E, once again, just like what we have when we play our guitar openly. So that's what we call an octave. So one more time, we can work our way all the way up this top string. We had E, F on the 1, G on the 3, A on the 5, B on 7, C on 8, D on 10, and E on 12. Okay, for this video, we're just gonna practice reading and playing along some riffs and melodies just using that E, F, and G. So let's get into that. So we can read these notes either using chord boxes, tabs, or sheets. And so for the chord boxes, if we were to see these notes, E, F, and G, we would have just that O symbol above the box on the top string to play E. That's just telling us we play that string openly. We would have the dot on the 1 fret if we're playing an F. We would have the dot on the 3 fret if we're playing G. Simple as that. Let's shift over to what it would look like in terms of sheet music. And so I'm a piano player, so that's what I read as, but I'm not gonna push that onto you. So this video, future videos, I'll try to put up sheet and tabs together. But this is what the sheet would look like for those 3 notes. On the top space is E. The line right above that would be F. And the space above that would be G. Moving on to tabs, we're just gonna have a really simple O, 1, 3, just on the top line, which is just that top string. So let's go ahead and we'll practice with some examples here. So all of these, you're gonna have sheet with tab number right above it. So sheet refresher, so if it's on the space up there, that's going to be E. It's going to be the lowest one on there. Right above that, if it's on a line, it's going to be F. Above that is going to be G. And so you can see tab numbers up there right above it. We have 0, 1, and 3, so you can pick which one you want to follow along to. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice following along with these exercises. Here's the first one up on the screen. And so you can see we're starting off with E, F, E, F, or again, just 0, 1, 0, 1. You don't have to know these note names. You can just follow along with these tab numbers. So let's go ahead and play these out really slowly. Everything on here, if you look at the sheet, is written as a quarter note, so it's just all going to be the same even spacing between them for this first one. So here we go. That first 4 notes, we're going to play O, 1, O, 1. And so what I'm doing is obviously open, no fingers. If it's on the 1, I'm going to play my index finger. And next up, we're going to get some 3s, and I'm going to use my ring finger for that because that's an easy stretch for me. You can pick whichever is comfortable for you, but I recommend you stick with the same fingers for each of these so you can get that muscle memory down. So moving on to that second little section here, we're going to do 3, 1, 3, 1, just moving between G and F. Next one, same as what the first one was, 0, 1, 0, 1. And finishing off with 0 at the end. So we're going to do this whole line just as one part together here. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, then 0 at the end. Try to follow along with me here. And here we go. And that's it. Go ahead and pause it if you do want to keep practicing this part. I'm going to jump to another one here. Okay, so this one, only a bit harder. The only difference that really sticks out to you here should be looking at the sheet music and seeing there's different kinds of notes. They're not all those filled in circles. There's a couple that are the open circles now. And in sheet music, that's called a half note. If you're just reading the tabs, you can see there's just more dashes in between those, showing you that you should be holding them for longer. So what we're starting with is quarter notes that are just going to be spaced apart, and then half notes should have double the space in between them. So we can count out the beats to this using 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll kind of help us hear what this should sound like. So starting off, we're playing 0, 1, 3, 1, and then 2 open times on that E. Let's just focus on that part for now. So quarter notes for this one. So we're going to play 0, 1, 3, 1, and then 0, hold for a bit longer, 0, hold for a bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to count out the beats as I play this using 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of the quarter notes should land right on each of those numbers, and then the half note should have one number in between where we're holding it for. So let me show you what I mean. So starting off, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's practice with quarter notes versus half notes. Let's go ahead and play that out together one more time. I'll count us down with a 4 count, then we can play together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving on to the next part. Pretty similar, just a bit rearranged for the notes here. So these last 2 little sections here, 1, 3, 1, 0, and then 0, 0. So same kind of pattern, quarter notes then half notes. So here we go. So it's going to be 1, 3, 1, 0, 0, 0 for that open one. Okay, so I'll count us in for this one again with a 4 count, and then we'll go ahead and play together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And next one, let's go ahead and do this. This is a little short part of a song here that we can practice with. And so this is just going to be quarter notes finishing off with what's that whole note. And so that one's going to count out for 4 full beats at the end. That's what we'll hold it for. And then same with that section below it, just quarter notes with a whole note at the end. So we'll go ahead and play these lines out together. So let's see if you can get the hang of just, without us practicing it, just see if you can read and follow along to play with me. I won't go too fast with this one, but let's see how we do. Okay, so again, just those 3 notes again. We're either playing open, the index finger on the 1 fret, or ring finger on the 3rd fret. Okay, I'm gonna count us down with the 4 count slowly. Let's see if we can play this together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, hold, hold, hold. There we go. All right, let's go on to one more line here that we can practice doing that same exact thing. So here we go. We're going to play same notes again, same kind of pattern, just quarter notes with the whole one at the end. Let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this time I will lead us in. I will not count along with us this time. We're gonna play just both of these sections back to back together here, these 2 lines that we just did. I won't count us out throughout it. I'll just give us a 4 count to lead us in and try to follow along with me. In case hearing me count those numbers is confusing for you moving between the frets, I'll drop that. Let's just go ahead and play these out. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Holding, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And we did it. Thank you all for tuning into this lesson playing on that top string. I know it's not as fun and glamorous as playing along to those chords, jamming out to your favorite songs by following tabs, but it's a great skill to know these note names, to know how to move between these different frets so that we can start to be able to create riffs and melodies. Each video will become more and more complex as we progress through these strings. Practice bouncing between the different strings as well too. I hope this was a good start for you to be able to get the hang of it. Have fun playing, and I'll see you next time.